Hi everyone! In this video, we're going to translate sentences involving fractions to equations and then solve. Here we have the sentence, 4/5 of p is 16. So we're going to translate this from the English sentence into math symbols. To do that, we're going to start on the left-hand side and we have 4/5. That is a fraction, 4/5. Then we take the word of. Of in math, translated to a mathematical symbol, means multiply. So we can do a times sign like that. We can do a times sign like a dot. I'm going to go with the dot on this one. 4/5 of p, and we just write down p, is. Every time I see is in English, to translate it to a math symbol, that means equals. So 4/5 times p equals 16. Now that we've translated it, we can solve. 4/5 times p equals 16. This means I need to isolate the variable p, and I look for the operation that is happening with the p, which is multiplication, and I do the opposite. So I'm going to divide by, and I'm going to do a big division sign, divide by 4/5. 4/5 divided by 4/5 is 1. So 1 times p is p. So the left-hand side, I'm left with p. Now that it's isolated, I can work through the right-hand side. Because I cannot just divide the left-hand side by 4/5, I must also divide the right-hand side by 4/5. And I'm going to go ahead and put the 16 over a 1 so that I can see that I have two fractions here. 16 over 1 divided by 4/5. We actually never ever divide fractions. We always multiply by the reciprocal. So 16 over 1 changes this to multiply, and the reciprocal of 4/5 flips it over to be 5/4. Now I can multiply. But before I multiply fractions, I always look for a way to simplify it so that I have smaller numbers to work with right away. And then by the time I get to the end, it's already in its simplest form. Here I check all of the numerators with all of the denominators to see if I can simplify anything. 16 over 1, 16 and 1 don't simplify anything, but 16 and 4 can. So 16 and 4 both are divisible by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Now I'm going to check the other one as well. 5, and I have a numerator or a denominator of 1, and the other denominator is 1, so I can't simplify any further for the 5. So I'm going to multiply straight across, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So I have 4 times 5, which is 20. 1 times 1 is 1, and 20 divided by 1 is just 20. So I have p equals 20 over 1, and p equals 20, and this is our solution. If I wanted to check that, I could go back to the beginning and substitute that in. So I have 4/5 times 20 equals 16. Now, that was substituting 20 in for p. To make the 20 a fraction, we just put it over a 1. And I check if I can simplify anything beforehand. 20 and 5 are both divisible by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 20 divided by 5 is 4. And then I have numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. 4 times 4 is 16. 1 times 1 is 1. 16 divided by 16, or 16 divided by 1 is 16, which does in fact equal 16. So this checks, which means yes indeed, p does equal 20, and that is our answer.